Picture this. You open your freezer after a long day and there sits a frozen pizza, promising convenience and comfort in under 20 minutes. But what if that quick dinner is secretly loaded with ingredients that could harm your health? From shocking sodium levels in fake cheese to artificial preservatives in questionable meat products, some frozen pizzas are doing more damage than good. In today's video, we are counting down 6 frozen pizza brands you should never buy, plus 4 that are actually worth your money and your health. Stay tuned until the end, because what we reveal might change the way you shop forever. Number 1. Totino's Party Pizza. For decades, Totino's has been the budget option that high school students and college kids reach for when money is tight. At under $2 per pizza, it seems like the perfect deal. But there is a reason this pizza costs so little. A single Totino's pepperoni party pizza contains over 70 ingredients, and many of them sound more like chemistry experiments than food. The third ingredient listed on the box is imitation mozzarella cheese. This fake cheese alone has 16 separate ingredients, including modified food starch, potato starch, gelatin, rennet casein, and titanium dioxide, an artificial coloring agent that has raised health concerns. According to official nutrition data, one serving, which is half of one small pizza, contains 360 calories and 750 milligrams of sodium. That is 32% of your recommended daily sodium intake. Most people eat the entire pizza in one sitting, which brings the total sodium count to 1,500 milligrams, nearly 2/3 of what you should consume in an entire day. The pepperoni topping is made from mechanically separated chicken mixed with pork and beef, then loaded with sodium nitrite, BHA, and BHT. These preservatives have been linked to increased cancer risk in multiple studies. The Environmental Working Group has flagged Totino's products for containing ingredients associated with cancer and having high processing concerns. The sauce is made primarily from water and tomato paste with added high fructose corn syrup to mask the lack of real tomato flavor. The crust uses enriched flour that has been stripped of nutrients and then artificially fortified. At 360 calories per half pizza, those calories come from 8 grams of saturated fat, 39% of your daily limit, with almost no fiber or real nutrients. Number 2. DiGiorno Stuffed Crust Pizza. DiGiorno built its reputation on, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. While DiGiorno offers healthier thin crust options, their stuffed crust line is a nutritional problem that dietitians warn consumers to avoid. One serving of DiGiorno cheese stuffed crust. 3-meat pizza, just 1/5 of the pizza, contains 320 calories, 8 grams of saturated fat, and 730 milligrams of sodium. That's 40% of your daily saturated fat limit and 32% of your daily sodium limit in just 1/5 of a pizza. Most adults eat half the pizza, consuming 960 calories, 24 grams of saturated fat, and 2,190 milligrams of sodium in one meal. That exceeds your entire daily sodium recommendation. DiGiorno advertises 2.5 feet of cheese stuffed in the crust. This means excessive saturated fat and cholesterol that can lead to heart disease and high blood pressure over time. Registered dietitian Michelle Rauch warned against products with crust stuffed with cheese and topped with cured meats. The processed meats used in DiGiorno's meat pizzas contain sodium nitrite and preservatives linked to cancer risk. A 2024 British Medical Journal review examined 45 studies involving nearly 10 million participants and found links between ultra-processed foods and 32 health concerns, including heart disease and higher mortality rates. DiGiorno personal stuffed crust pizzas contain 650 calories, 15 grams of saturated fat, and 1,280 milligrams of sodium per pizza. That's 75% of your daily saturated fat limit and 56% of your daily sodium limit in one small pizza. If you want DiGiorno, stick to their thin crust margarita options with significantly lower saturated fat and sodium. Leave the stuffed crust line on the shelf. Red Baron has been a freezer aisle staple since 1976. While some of their cheese and pepperoni pizzas are acceptable, their meat-heavy options contain questionable ingredients. Red Baron's meat pizzas use cooked pizza topping, a mixture of pork, mechanically separated chicken, beef, and textured vegetable protein made from soy flour. Mechanically separated chicken is a paste-like product created by forcing bones with attached meat through a sieve under high pressure, including bone marrow and other parts you would not normally eat. The pepperoni is a blend of pork, mechanically separated chicken, and beef, loaded with sodium nitrite, BHA, and BHT as preservatives. BHA and BHT are synthetic antioxidants flagged by health organizations for potential cancer-causing properties. Red Baron's 4-meat pizza adds cooked beef patty topping and smoked ham. The beef patty topping contains up to 30% fat, along with water, soy protein concentrate, and textured vegetable protein. The ham is cured with water, salt, dextrose, sodium phosphate, sodium erythorbate, and sodium nitrite. One serving of Red Baron Classic Crust Supreme Pizza, which is 1/6 of the pizza, contains 390 calories, 8 grams of saturated fat, and 810 milligrams of sodium. If you eat half the pizza, you consume over 2,400 milligrams of sodium, exceeding your daily limit. Food reviewers note that Red Baron sausage has a gamey flavor and the crust has a cardboard-like texture. One comparison review noted the sauce has a slight chemical essence. If buying Red Baron, stick to basic cheese or pepperoni options on thin crust with fewer processed meats. Avoid their supreme, 4-meat, or heavily loaded meat pizzas. That started as a tavern in 1947. While that backstory sounds appealing, the nutritional reality is deeply concerning. Dietitians have specifically ranked their Meat Lovers Pizza among the unhealthiest frozen pizzas available in American supermarkets today. One serving of Home Run Inn family-size classic Meat Lovers Pizza, which is 1/6 of the pizza, contains 440 calories, 24 grams of total fat, 8 grams of saturated fat, and 1,060 milligrams of sodium. That is nearly half of your recommended daily sodium intake in just 1/6 of a pizza. If you eat a third of the pizza, which is a realistic portion for most adults, you consume over 2,100 milligrams of sodium, exceeding the FDA daily recommended limit before you have eaten anything else that day. The meat toppings on this pizza include sausage, pepperoni, and bacon, all heavily processed with preservatives and loaded with salt. The World Health Organization has classified these processed meats as Group 1 carcinogens, with strong evidence linking them to increased cancer risk, particularly colorectal cancer. Eating processed meats regularly also increases your risk of developing heart disease and type 2 diabetes, according to numerous peer-reviewed scientific studies. Dietitian and nutrition expert Trista Morris has warned consumers to be very careful with how much of this pizza they consume, noting that it is loaded with so much sodium and fat that it can strain your cardiovascular system with regular consumption. She points out that pairing refined flour crust with heavily processed meats and excessive additives makes this one of the unhealthiest frozen meals you can possibly buy. Home Run Inn also uses palm oil in their crust, which is high in saturated fat and has been linked to increased LDL cholesterol, the type that contributes to heart disease. The pizza also contains modified food starch, maltodextrin, and hydrolyzed soy and corn protein, all additives used to enhance texture and flavor artificially rather than using quality ingredients. The serving size is particularly misleading. The pizza is marketed as family size, which suggests it serves many people, but in reality, most families will eat far more than 1/6 of the pizza per person. This means the actual sodium and fat consumption is much higher than what initially appears on the nutrition label. If you want authentic Chicago deep dish pizza, visit an actual pizzeria where you can get fresh ingredients. Skip Home Run Inn. Frozen pizzas entirely. Number 5. Screamin' Sicilian meat pizzas. Screamin' Sicilian entered the market with bold flavors and quirky names like Bessie's Revenge. The brand positions itself as premium with better ingredients, but the reality is a pizza that costs more than budget brands while delivering mediocre quality. Food reviewers note that while there is ample cheese, the sauce is less generous and tastes mediocre. The crust has been described as listless and mass-produced. At over $7 per pizza, consumers expect better quality. The meat varieties use mechanically separated chicken, processed pork and beef blends, and preservatives including sodium nitrite. Sodium content ranges from 700 to 900 milligrams per serving, and serving sizes are often smaller than what people actually eat. What is frustrating is that Screamin' Sicilian charges premium prices while using the same low-quality ingredients as cheaper brands. The Italian-inspired branding and creative names create an illusion of quality the product does not deliver. Multiple reviewers note the pizzas taste fine, but are nothing special and not worth the extra money. If you are spending $7 to $8 on frozen pizza, better options exist at similar or lower prices. This brand is paying for marketing rather than quality ingredients. Save your money and skip this one. Number 6. Great Value Frozen Pizzas from Walmart. Walmart's Great Value brand covers thousands of products, and their frozen pizzas are among the worst in the category. While prices are appealing, usually under $5, you are buying artificial ingredients, fake cheese, and poor nutrition. Their cauliflower crust pizza sounds healthier but is misleading. Great Value 3. Cheese cauliflower crust pizza uses brown rice flour as the base, contributing 38 grams of carbohydrates per serving. That is about the same as regular flour crust, so the cauliflower benefit is marketing spin. Each serving contains 9 grams of saturated fat, nearly half your daily limit. The cheese includes fillers and stabilizers rather than pure mozzarella. Ingredient lists are long with modified food starch, artificial flavors, and preservatives. Taste tests rank Great Value near the bottom, described as bland, rubbery, and disappointing. Traditional crust pizzas with meat toppings are worse from a health perspective. The meat is the lowest grade available, often mechanically separated or heavily processed with sodium and preservatives. Sodium levels regularly exceed 800 milligrams per serving, and saturated fat content climbs on meat varieties. Many families buy these because of low prices, thinking they are getting a good deal. But factoring in poor nutrition, artificial ingredients, and bland taste, Great Value frozen pizzas are a terrible value. You are paying to fill your body with empty calories and chemicals. Walmart carries better frozen pizza brands. The extra $1 or $2 for higher quality is worth it. Great Value frozen pizzas should be left on the shelf. Now, after learning about these problematic pizzas, you are probably wondering if there are any that are good for you. The answer is yes. The frozen pizza aisle has evolved, and several brands prioritize real ingredients, better nutrition, and authentic taste. Let us talk about 4 frozen pizza brands actually worth buying. Number 1. Amy's Kitchen. Organic ingredients and quality. Founded in 1987 by Rachel and Andy Berliner, Amy's was created to provide organic and vegetarian ready-made meals. Amy's continues that mission with frozen pizzas using real, organic, non-GMO ingredients without artificial additives or preservatives. Every ingredient is organic, from tomatoes and basil to cheese and flour. Their margarita pizza features organic tomatoes, mozzarella, and basil on a hand-stretched wheat crust. 1/3 of the pizza contains 280 calories, 3.5 grams of saturated fat, and 550 milligrams of sodium. That is significantly lower than most frozen pizzas. Registered dietitian Patricia Bannon notes that Amy's pizzas are made with organic ingredients and no artificial additives, with one slice providing 10 grams of protein and serving as a good calcium source. The low sodium and lack of artificial additives make this a wholesome choice for families. Taste testers rave about the crust quality, which smells like a real pizzeria when baking. The crust is crispy outside and tender inside. The sauce is tomato forward without being overly sweet, and the cheese is real mozzarella that melts well. Amy's offers vegan pizzas made with dairy-free cheese, roasted vegetable pizzas, and spinach pizza with a crust incorporating broccoli, cauliflower, and sweet potato. This variety means there is something for vegetarians, vegans, and anyone trying to eat cleaner. Amy's pizzas range from $8 to $12, reflecting organic certification and quality ingredients. You are paying for real food made with care. Amy's proves convenience does not mean compromising health. Number 2. Banza Chickpea Crust. Pizza, the protein and fiber option. Banza uses chickpeas to create a crust that is high in protein, packed with fiber, and tastes good. One Banza margarita pizza contains 16 grams of protein per serving. The entire pizza provides 32 grams of protein, 30% more than leading cauliflower crust pizzas. Banza pizzas contain 10 grams of fiber per pie, more than double most frozen pizzas. Banza pizzas have 25% fewer net carbs than traditional pizzas. The crust is made from chickpeas, tapioca, cocoa butter, and olive oil. The topping includes real mozzarella and tomato sauce with no artificial flavors or preservatives. Sodium content is around 620 milligrams per serving, a significant improvement over conventional brands that often exceed 900 milligrams. Taste testers report that Banza pizzas have a crispy, doughy texture that resembles traditional pizza crust. Unlike many alternative crust pizzas that fall apart, Banza holds together well and delivers a satisfying eating experience. Reviewers note that people who normally avoid health foods actually enjoyed Banza. Banza is certified gluten-free by the GFCO, making it safe for people with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity. The brand is non-GMO, and their plain crust option is vegan, allowing you to customize toppings. Banza pizzas range from $8 to $10. Given the superior nutrition, clean ingredients, and good taste, it is worth the price. Number 3. California Pizza Kitchen. Frozen pizzas. Restaurant quality at home. California Pizza Kitchen built its reputation on high-quality pizzas in their restaurants, and their frozen line brings that quality home. CPK offers varieties that balance nutrition and flavor. The CPK Crispy Thin Crust Margarita contains 300 calories, 7 grams of saturated fat, and 460 milligrams of sodium per third of a pizza. That is significantly lower than most frozen pizzas. The pizza features a short ingredient list with no artificial flavors, 2 grams of fiber, and 12 grams of protein per serving. Registered dietitian Christy Coughlin gave CPK high marks for both nutrition and taste. She noted the ingredient list was short, and even her picky daughter enjoyed it. CPK offers BBQ chicken pizza with lean protein and whole grain crust. The crusts are crispy and well seasoned, the cheese melts well, and the sauce has authentic tomato flavor. The pizzas taste like something from their restaurants, rare for frozen pizza. CPK pizzas cost between $7 and $10. The combination of restaurant quality taste, reasonable nutrition, and convenient availability makes CPK an excellent choice. Number 4. American Flatbread Organic Pizzas. Farm to freezer quality. American Flatbread emphasizes organic ingredients, sustainable farming, and traditional baking techniques. Their pizzas are made in Vermont using organic flour, vegetables, and cheese from farms that prioritize quality. The Revolution Flatbread features mushrooms, caramelized onions, and cheeses on a thin, hand-stretched crust. Organic ingredients mean fewer pesticides and artificial additives. The thin crust style means lower calories and carbs per serving. Their philosophy is that frozen pizza should be made with the same care as fresh pizza from a bakery. They use stone-ground wheat flour, hand-crushed tomatoes, and vegetables picked at peak freshness. The result is pizzas that taste fresh rather than mass-produced. Nutritionists appreciate the simple, whole food ingredients and reasonable portions. While not ultra-low calorie, they provide real nourishment rather than empty calories from processed additives. The focus on organic vegetables means more vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. American Flatbread pizzas are available at natural food stores like Whole Foods and some grocery chains. Prices range from $9 to $12, reflecting organic certification and small batch production. For consumers, for those who prioritize food quality and sustainable practices, American Flatbread represents the gold standard. So there you have it. From sodium bombs and artificial ingredients to nutritious options that prove frozen pizza can be healthy, we have covered the full spectrum. Not all frozen pizzas are created equal, and knowing which brands to avoid makes a real difference in your health. The key takeaway is simple. Read the nutrition label, check the ingredient list, and do not be fooled by marketing claims. Those extra $2 or $3 for quality brands like Amy's, Banza, California Pizza Kitchen, or American Flatbread is money well spent. Saving $1 by buying Totinos or Great Value means filling yourself with chemicals, fake cheese, and excessive sodium that will cost more in health problems. Your body deserves real ingredients and honest nutrition. The frozen pizza market has evolved enough that you no longer have to choose between convenience and health. You can have both, as long as you shop smart and choose brands that care about quality. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next investigation. We've got more deep dives coming, from hidden food industry secrets to shocking grocery store revelations, all designed to help you make smarter choices and live healthier. Thanks for watching, and remember, stay informed, stay healthy, and keep making choices that serve your well-being.